F-35 Lightning II versus Su-57 Felon, the ultimate fifth-generation showdown. The Battle of Invisible Hunters. Imagine this: 2 fighter aircraft, 2 pilots, 2 nations, and 1 sky. No visual contact, no warning, no second chances. Only sensors, algorithms, missiles, and survival. For decades, the world measured fighter aircraft using speed, altitude, maneuverability, and firepower. But the rules have changed. Today's battlefield belongs to those who remain unseen, those who detect first, those who strike first, and those who disappear before the enemy can respond. This is the world of fifth-generation warfare, and at the center of that world stand 2 aircraft. The F-35 Lightning II, America's stealth hunter, a fighter built around information, sensor fusion, network warfare, and battlefield dominance. Not simply an aircraft, but a flying intelligence platform. Opposing it stands the Su-57 Felon, Russia's answer to next-generation air combat. A fighter designed to combine stealth, speed, agility, long-range firepower, and air superiority. Not just a stealth aircraft, but a predator designed to fight in every environment, in every situation, and against every threat. At first glance, they appear similar. Both belong to the 5th generation. Both claim stealth capabilities. Both represent decades of military innovation. But beneath the surface, they are fundamentally different. The F-35 believes victory comes from information, knowing more, seeing more, understanding more. The Su-57 believes victory comes from versatility, being able to fight at every range, in every situation, and against every threat. One aircraft is a silent assassin, the other is a stealthy warrior. And that difference may determine everything. Because modern air combat is no longer decided by who turns harder or who flies faster. It is decided by one question: who finds whom first? And if both aircraft are designed to remain invisible, who becomes the hunter and who becomes the prey? The answer begins in the next chapter. Because before missiles are launched, before radar locks are achieved, and before pilots ever enter combat, we must first understand the philosophy behind these 2 extraordinary machines. Air Warfare Eagle.
Design philosophy and performance. Every fighter tells a story. Not just through its weapons, not just through its speed, but through the ideas that created it. And nowhere is that more obvious than in the F-35 Lightning II and the Su-57 Felon. Both are 5th-generation fighters. Both are among the most advanced aircraft ever built. Yet they were born from completely different philosophies. The F-35 was designed around one central belief: information wins wars. American planners looked at future battlefields and saw something different. They did not see turning fights. They did not see dramatic dogfights. They saw networks, satellites, data links, artificial intelligence, and information flowing faster than bullets. So they built an aircraft whose greatest weapon would not be its missiles, it would be its awareness. The F-35 was designed to see the battlefield before anyone else, to understand the battlefield before anyone else, and to strike before anyone else. Everything about the aircraft supports this philosophy. Its sensors, its software, its stealth design, its networking capability. The aircraft itself is only one part of a larger combat system, a flying node in a battlefield-wide network. But Russia looked at the future differently. Russian engineers believed that future fighters must remain effective in every phase of combat, not only before detection, but after detection. Not only at long range, but at close range as well. The result was the Su-57, an aircraft designed to combine stealth with high speed, extreme agility, and powerful weapons. Rather than sacrificing performance for stealth, Russian designers attempted to balance both. This is why the Su-57 retains characteristics rarely seen in modern stealth fighters: large lifting surfaces, exceptional maneuverability, and engines capable of extraordinary performance. In many ways, the Su-57 remains a traditional air superiority fighter adapted to the stealth age. Then there is speed. The Su-57 was built to move aggressively across the battlefield, to reposition rapidly, to engage, and to disengage when necessary. The F-35 takes a different approach. Its mission is not necessarily to outrun threats. Its mission is to avoid becoming a target in the first place. One fighter seeks advantage through performance. The other seeks advantage through information. One seeks to dominate the fight. The other seeks to control the fight. Neither philosophy is inherently wrong. Both were created by military planners studying future warfare. Both were designed to defeat advanced opponents, and both continue to evolve. But there is one battlefield where philosophies become reality. The battlefield of sensors, the battlefield of radar, the battlefield of detection. Because in modern air combat, it does not matter how fast you are. It does not matter how agile you are if the enemy sees you first. And that raises the next question. Can the F-35 detect the Su-57? Or can the Su-57 find the F-35 despite its stealth? The battle of sensors begins next. Air warfare. Eagle. Air war machine. Mission continues. Three. Sensors, radar, and situational awareness. Modern air combat begins long before the first missile is launched. Long before pilots see each other. Long before engines roar across the battlefield. Today's wars begin with information, detection, tracking, and awareness. The fighter that sees first often wins first. This is where the F-35 enters its most dangerous territory, the battlefield of sensors. The F-35 was designed around a simple idea: see everything, hide from everyone. At the heart of this capability is the APG-81 AESA radar, one of the most sophisticated airborne radar systems ever deployed. But radar is only part of the story. The F-35 combines information from multiple systems simultaneously: electro-optical sensors, infrared tracking systems, electronic support measures, off-board data sources, and battlefield networks. 4. Weapons and beyond visual range. The future of air warfare may not be decided by dogfights. It may be decided long before pilots ever see each other. Hundreds of kilometers away, beyond visual range, beyond the horizon, beyond human eyesight. This is the battlefield where modern fighters are expected to fight, and it is here that the F-35 and Su-57 reveal their true purpose. For the F-35, the primary weapon of choice is the AIM-120 AMRAAM family, particularly the AIM-120D, a missile capable of engaging targets at significant distances, guided by advanced radar systems, supported by data link updates, and optimized for modern electronic warfare environments. The missile does not simply fly toward a target. It receives continuous updates, adjusting its flight path, improving its accuracy, and increasing the probability of a successful kill. Combined with the F-35's sensor fusion architecture, this creates an extremely dangerous first-shot capability. But the United States is already looking beyond the AIM-120. The next step is the AIM-260 JTAM, Joint Advanced Tactical Missile. Although much of its performance remains classified, it is widely believed to offer greater range, higher speed, and improved lethality. The goal is simple: strike first, strike farther, and strike before the enemy can respond. Yet Russia has its own answer, the R-77M, an advanced evolution of the R-77 family, designed specifically to engage modern threats, including stealth aircraft. The missile features advanced guidance systems, enhanced range, and greater resistance to electronic countermeasures. Future Russian missile developments are expected to push these capabilities even further, creating a new generation of long-range air-to-air weapons. This means the future battlefield may become increasingly lethal, with fighters engaging one another from extraordinary distances. Yet missile range alone does not guarantee victory, because before a missile can hit, it must find its target. And this is where stealth changes the equation. The F-35 was specifically designed to reduce radar detection, to delay enemy tracking, and to complicate missile guidance solutions. The later an enemy detects you, the less time they have to react. The Su-57 also incorporates stealth technology, but many analysts believe its design balances stealth with aerodynamic performance, meaning it may not pursue low observability as aggressively as the F-35. Instead, it seeks flexibility, the ability to remain dangerous even after detection. This creates one of the most fascinating debates in military aviation. Which matters more, greater stealth or greater maneuverability? A stealth aircraft may launch first, but an agile aircraft may survive longer. And if missiles fail to decide the battle, the fight may continue into a completely different environment, one where technology meets human skill, one where maneuverability becomes critical, and one where every second matters. Because no matter how advanced missiles become, pilots still train for the unexpected. And that brings us to the final question. If the F-35 and Su-57 met in a real-world conflict, which aircraft would actually hold the advantage? Which design philosophy is better suited for modern warfare? And which fighter truly represents the future? The final verdict begins now.
Final verdict. After everything we have examined, the sensors, the radar systems, the missiles, the stealth technology, the design philosophies, one question remains: who wins? The answer may disappoint those looking for a simple conclusion, because modern air warfare is no longer a contest of one aircraft against another. It is a contest of systems, networks, information, and strategy. The F-35 was built for a world where information is the ultimate weapon, a world where the aircraft that sees first, shoots first, and survives. Its stealth, sensor fusion, and battlefield networking make it one of the most dangerous combat platforms ever created. The Su-57 was built for a different vision, a vision where flexibility remains king, where stealth matters, but so do speed, maneuverability, and adaptability. It is an aircraft designed to remain dangerous even after the battle begins. If the fight starts at extreme range, with complete support from satellites, AWACS aircraft, and integrated battlefield networks, many analysts believe the F-35 gains a significant advantage. Its entire design philosophy was created for exactly that scenario. But if circumstances change, if detection occurs, if the engagement becomes dynamic, and if maneuverability enters the equation, the Su-57 becomes an increasingly dangerous opponent. And that is what makes this comparison so fascinating. Neither aircraft was built to fight yesterday's wars. Both were designed for tomorrow's battlefield. Both represent decades of military innovation, and both continue to evolve. Which means the true answer may never be known, unless history forces the question. Yet, even as these fifth-generation giants compete for dominance, a new generation is already approaching. Sixth-generation fighters, artificial intelligence, loyal wingman drones, hypersonic weapons, and battle networks beyond anything seen today. The future is coming, faster than many realize. And while the world debates F-35 versus Su-57, another challenger is already rising. A challenger from the East, a fighter that has increasingly appeared near American aircraft, near Allied forces, and near some of the most sensitive regions on Earth. Has the Chinese J-20 Mighty Dragon ever encountered NATO aircraft? Has it crossed paths with the F-35? Has it come face-to-face with the legendary F-22 Raptor? And if so, what happened? The answers may surprise you. Because the next battle may not be America versus Russia. It may be something entirely different. Air Warfare Eagle. Eagle War Machine. Mission continues.